Today we're breaking down the top 10 most expensive cars sold at Mecum Kansas City this past weekend, and keyword sold. This list only includes vehicles that were sold when they were crossing the block and found new owners. Mecum has a bid goes on category for cars that don't meet reserve, and some of those cars that were under this category in this auction were pretty large numbers that would have been on the list, but since they didn't sell and they're still under that bid goes on category, they're not going to be featured here. For example, this 2020 Ford Shelby GT500KR Widebody was bid to $200,000, but because it didn't sell, it won't appear in this countdown. So what you're about to see are the real verified sales that crossed the block, met reserve, sold, and then officially switched hands. And this list has it all. There's muscle cars, classic, supercars, everything is on this list. And before I get into this video, I just want to clarify that some of these photos on Mecum's website are absolutely atrocious. Why are we taking photos of a $120,000 car on a banana? Some of these were literally taken on a potato. And so for the ones where we have like a 10 megapixel photo, I just included the walk around video, and well, you'll see what happens here because we're starting off this list with a 1955 Chevy Bel Air. And this thing is way more than just a classic cruiser. This 1955 Chevy Bel Air is a full show quality resto mod built to an insane standard, and it just went through a comprehensive frame-off rotisserie restoration and only has 223 miles on it since its completion. It's finished in Viper Red over a black leather interior, and it features Pro-Car bucket seats, custom panels, carbon fiber dash trim, and Dynamat throughout to keep things tight and quiet. Even the firewall is smooth, painted, and the undercarriage is detailed like a SEMA build. Under the hood is a 396 stroker putting out 491 horsepower paired with a Holley Sniper EFI for modern drivability. Power goes through a TH400 automatic with a Hurst ratchet shifter to a narrowed 9-inch rear end and Chris Alston 4-link setup. Power steering, ceramic coated headers, and a custom Flowmaster exhaust rounded out. All in, this is a pretty crazy build. And this 55 Bel Air earned its $95,000 price sticker this weekend. Check it out.
112 of 55 Chevy Bel Air. Comprehensive frame-off rotisserie restoration. Got a 396 stroker V8 engine, Holley Sniper fuel injection, automatic transmission.
Big block in the crowd. Last call at 95. How can I thank you, Ed. 97 a bid. 95, 97,000. Sold 95. Sold $95,000. Zach Dentino.
Coming in at number 9 is this beautifully restored 1979 Ford F-150, and this one recently went through a full frame-off restoration, and everything about it is fresh and super clean. Under the hood is a brand new 468 cubic inch big block Ford V8 paired with a Holley Sniper EFI system. It's got a new 6-inch lift with Rancho shocks and slotted alloy wheels, complete with locking front hubs for serious off-road capability. And inside, the truck has a custom black plaid interior. There's also factory air conditioning, cruise control, tilt steering column, and power brakes. And the seller even included over $21,000 in receipts to show exactly how much work went into bringing this F-150 back to life. Classic trucks like this have been surging at auction. They've been super hot, and this one proves as it sold for $97,500.
9 Ford F-150 pickup. Recent frame-off restoration with a fresh 468 big block. Holley Sniper fuel injection, automatic transmission, custom black plaid interior, front and rear Detroit lockers, new 6-inch lift with Rancho rocky shocks, factory air conditioned truck, and factory cruise control.
You're right. 97, 100,000 all in down and a half. Sold $97,500. Gus on tell.
And coming in at number 8, we have a freshly restored 1969 Camaro Custom Convertible. And this car also just finished a complete restoration, and even the sheet metal is new. Power comes from a Blueprint 454 V8 making 500 horsepower paired with an automatic transmission, and everything inside is brand new. A houndstooth interior, cherry wood trim, RS gauges, and a matching cherry wood steering wheel. It even has modern Bluetooth stereo tucked in so you can enjoy the sound system when you're not listening to that MagnaFlow exhaust. This Camaro crossed the block for a whopping $98,000.
454 500 horsepower Blueprint V8 engine with an automatic and new houndstooth interior.
Thank you all for your help. Sold $98,000. Mitch Bartunik.
And sliding into the 7th spot is this 1994 Land Rover Defender 110 SE, but not the kind that you'd find crawling around in the English countryside. That's right, this one has also been completely transformed into a custom resto mod with some serious American muscle under the hood. Instead of its original diesel that this thing came with, this thing has a Chevy V8 paired with an automatic transmission, which is pretty crazy just to think about. And regardless of the engine, you have to admit this thing is super clean but also very aggressive. Inside, the upgrades really shine. Custom tan diamond stitched leather interior, bucket seats, a custom steering wheel, classic instruments, and a touchscreen stereo setup. It still kind of feels and looks like a Defender but with more modern reliability and equipment. This Defender impressed enough to bring in a whopping $100,000.
Defender 110 SE V8 automatic transmission, custom tan diamond stitched leather interior.
Wow, not gonna be any better. Not gonna be any better. Gonna be 2.5 here. Don't have 102.5. Sold 100,000. Sold $100,000, Paul.
At number 6, we have one of my favorite cars, the 2014 Porsche 911 Turbo S. And this thing is insane. And when I tell you insane, listen to this. The Turbo S is already one of the fastest production cars in the world, right? From the factory, it has 560 horsepower. This one is running a BoostLogic Widowmaker twin turbo kit, pushing out 1,100 horsepower. Plus, you have a BoostLogic titanium exhaust. You are pushing out a rocket ship here. This is a rocket ship. And wait till I tell you the price on this. Just wait till I tell you the price. It's got Porsche's PDK 7-speed dual clutch transmission and all-wheel drive system, meaning that this thing is just stupid fast. Inside, it's still super luxurious though. You get red leather, paddle shifters, a Burmester premium sound system. And keep in mind, the original MSRP on this car was $196,000 before all of the mods went in, right? And you're looking at 6 figures worth of modifications here on this car to put out 1,100 horsepower. This thing just sold for $105,000. For $105,000, you are getting a rocket ship, a luxurious rocket ship, 1,100 horsepower. What do you do with 1,100? What does one person do with 1,100 horsepower?
BoostLogic with a twin turbocharged flat 6, all-wheel drive, red leather interior.
Divide. Thank you, anyway. Sold $105,000. 105. Internet.
Ranking in the top 5 here, we have a beautifully preserved and highly original 1966 Chevy Corvette Convertible, a car that hits every checkbox that collectors want to see. It features its original matching numbers 427 cubic inch V8 rated at 425 horsepower, paired with its original matching numbers 4-speed manual transmission. It's finished in Nassau blue with a matching blue interior. It's got a hardtop and soft top, plus factory power windows, an AM/FM radio, and those classic knockoff wheels wrapped in gold line tires. But what really elevates this car is the documentation. You have receipts dating all the way back to 1976. And that level of documentation dating back to that far adds super credibility to any Corvette collector who's looking to get into or looking to buy one of these cars. An example like this is always going to attract attention, and it did exactly that as it sold for $115,000.
Matching numbers 4-speed, side exhaust.
And the hardtop, matching hardtop for the car is over there on the stand. How much is? Somebody give
Last
100
call.
And it is. So, $115,000, Gus.
And at number 4, here's something super cool, a 1970 Ford Torino Twister Special. And if you've never heard of it, well, that's because Ford only built 90 of these cars, and all of them were built exclusively for the Kansas City district. And of those 90, only 30 of them were equipped with a 4-speed manual, including this one. Under the hood is a 429 Cobra Jet Ram Air V8, which is one of Ford's most hardcore big blocks of the muscle era. It's paired with a close ratio of 4 speeds, so this setup wasn't just for show, it was built for straight line speed and serious performance. This example also has power steering, powered brakes, a shaker hood scoop, a front spoiler, and Chrome Magnum 500 wheels. But similar to the Corvette, what really cements this is its documentation. It's got a laminated deluxe Marti report and the original laminated build sheet. For collectors, this is documentation gold. You have everything original from a 1 of 30 car. And so yes, this obviously brought a lot of attention too. $120,000 worth of attention.
1974 Torino Twister Special with a 429, one of only 30 produced with a 4-speed.
Give 125. Sold $120,000. Sold $120,000.
And as I mentioned, we are taking photos on a potato here. And here's a $122,500 car with photos taken on a potato, so enjoy the video. This 2022 Ford Shelby GT500 is cracking the list at number 3. With just 4,700 miles, this car is barely broken in, and it packs a supercharged 5.2-liter V8 pushing 760 horsepower. All that power runs through Ford's lightning-quick 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, making this the fastest and most advanced GT500 ever built. But this one's different because it's optioned with the carbon fiber track pack, which is an $18,500 upgrade that includes exposed 20-inch carbon wheels, a massive carbon rear wing, and an interior carbon trim. And this is the version everyone wants because it's lighter, sharper, and built for serious track performance. Inside you get the technology package with the Bang & Olufsen 12-speaker stereo, touchscreen navigation, and driver assist features like blind spot monitoring. You also get Recaro leather trim seats, Brembo brakes with red calipers, Magna Ride damping, and dual zone climate control to round out the spec sheet. And like I said, this sold for $122,500.
Shelby GT500, 4,700 miles with 760 horsepower, carbon fiber track pack with technology package.
Divide. Let's go. Anybody else? And it is sold $122,500. Sold.
And in the number 2 spot, we jump right into the hypercar category here with its 2025 McLaren 750S Spider. Power comes from a twin turbocharged 4-liter V8 pushing 740 horsepower using a twin scroll turbos and dry sump lubrication to keep it performing under serious track conditions. Inside, this one's fitted with the stunning MSO bespoke blue interior, a $15,695 option that takes a cabin to a completely different level. It also features stealth turbine lightweight wheels, branded floor mats, and it comes with its original sticker, which I hope it would because it was a 2025 model, so it's not even a year old. And with performance like that rivals modern hypercars and supercars, you'd expect it to go for a lot of money, and it did. A massive $325,000.
50S Spider, twin turbocharged 4-liter with 740 horsepower.
Yep, 330,000. So $325,000, Katie.
And taking the number 1 spot by a massive margin, an American icon, the 2005 Ford GT. With just 6,500 miles on the odometer and all 4 factory options, this car represents everything collectors want in a first-gen GT. It's finished in Centennial White with blue racing stripes, and it sports the optional forged BBS wheels, red brake calipers, and the Macintosh premium stereo, which is all part of the highly desirable 4-option package. Under the rear clamshell sits the supercharged 5.4-liter V8 making 550 horsepower paired with a 6-speed manual transmission. Inside you get the black leather seats, the original center console, and speed hut gauges. This example was clearly cared for as it comes with the car cover, 2 keys, the Ford Performance battery tender, the owner's manual, production documents, and service record. The 2005 GT has cemented itself in being one of the most collectible and rare cars, especially American cars, of this time period. This one's option right, it's got all the documentation, it's got low mileage, so naturally it's going to bring in a lot of money, and of course it did. It brought in $485,000 this weekend.
Reads just 6,500 miles. It has all 4 options: supercharged V8, 6-speed manual, and a laminated Marty report.
And can do, sir. Not going to be 500,000. Sold 45. Sold $485,000. Zach Tentino.
And that wraps up the top 10 most expensive cars sold at Kansas City Mecum this week. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. And let me know what car you would take on this list, or if there's any other cars that you saw at the auction that might be interesting. Personally, I'm taking the 1100 horsepower Turbo S or the Defender. Both of those are my top 2 picks. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video.